Hi, I'm Denise Gustafson. I'm editor-in-chief of Wide Format Impressions magazine. And today we have Bjorn Bedore. He's a graphics technical advisor with Olympus Group. So Bjorn, welcome.
Thank you.
So can you do me a favor, and at the top, can you tell me a little bit about Olympus Group and what markets you serve?
Olympus Group is a wide format and grand format printer of dye sublimation, UV ink, and latex inks. We do a lot of different markets, including sports, arena, trade show. We also have a mascot division, American flag division, and we also have a large sewing department who does a lot of custom work with bedding, a top of bed market, and custom curtain hanging.
Well, there's certainly a lot of things that you guys do. Now you have several different locations, but specifically you are now dealing with some challenges when you're facing your digital production capabilities and also some of your long-term business strategies. Could you discuss a little bit of what you were faced with earlier this year?
So earlier this year, we were faced with a much slower production schedule than we had seen in the past. We knew that after we got back online and we started doing a lot more work for trade show work, we would have a influx of capacity needs, and we would need to be able to service some of our newer customers who are much larger than us that asked us to be their print service provider. One of the things that we identified in 2 of our locations of our 4 was that our equipment was aging at the end of its digital life, which isn't as long as some of our analog equipment that we have. And we needed to be able to print faster than normal and at a higher quality. So we definitely were looking at equipment that was able to be flexible and have high quality and have high speed. Now, those are the 3 things that are very difficult to combine at times. A lot of people will identify just a flatbed press or a single pass press or a roll-to-roll press. But because we have 3 to 4 locations that we would like to put these machines into, we knew that space is always a concern. And if you can have a smaller footprint, you can keep your costs low and then have a larger margin. So those are some of the issues that we were seeing with some of our current equipment. It was aging, quality, downtime.
Now, I know we're going to be talking specifically about some of the equipment you did put in to replace that aging equipment. And I guess my question to you is, what led you to Durst? Because I know that's the equipment that you decided to purchase.
So we have been in the industry for a very long time using competitors' equipment, what we were relatively happy with. We had noticed that Durst had started printing, building equipment that was much more flexible and also at a lower cost point than normal. Some of their equipment can be very industrial and very high quality. And we were currently running equipment similar, but at a much lower price point. We had heard about Durst's hybrid printer that was going to be released in the late to 2019, early 2020. And we had gone to the Printing United show to look at it along with some of their competitors, including AGFA, EFI, and even HP. So those are some of the items that we were looking at, some of the machinery that we were looking at. And what we were really looking for is something that not only could print the speeds and the quality that we were looking for, but something that we could grow into. Some machinery, speed-wise and capability-wise, we were hoping to be able to print with in the future.
Okay, great. Now you ended up purchasing 2 presses. It was the Durst P5 350 hybrid printer, and you put one in your Wisconsin location and your Florida location, correct?
That's right, in Orlando.
Okay, great. So how have the additions of these printers, what have they meant to Olympus, especially those 2 locations?
So in Milwaukee, this is our corporate headquarters. We are around 75 to 80,000 square feet. We have multiple pieces of equipment in dye sub and latex printing. And for UV, we also have a flatbed. But what we were looking for is something that we could print vinyl banners and then switch to rigids and switch back out of rigids into vinyl banners, do 60-inch up to 126-inch or greater, and also have the ability to run very high speeds for materials like chloroplast or outdoor viewing materials. So we were hoping to be able to do something very much faster, 2 to 3 times faster than our current equipment. That was one of the prerequisites, the ability to be able to print very fast and also have high quality. So all of those things were important to us. We landed on the Durst P5 350. It was relatively new in the industry as far as in the United States at the time. It was a relatively good price at what we purchased it for, and also the ability to have it in both Orlando and Milwaukee was important.
Okay, great. Now, with those two printers, how have they enhanced or changed the products and services that Olympus can offer?
So some of the things that we can offer now is relatively 3 to 4 times faster speed to market. Our customers can get same day turns if that's something that we need to do. We can also print on medias like paperboard, Falcon board, cardstock at a much lower pass. So 1 pass or 2 pass versus 3, 4, and 5 pass. That's something that we've had to print in the past. The LED light also allows us, or curing also allows us to print thinner materials. And that allows us more flexibility when it comes to pressure sensitive vinyls, clear PETG at the thinner thicknesses, and also give us the ability to print high quality for any needs of POP or backlit, multiple layer printing. So the Durst P5 350 also has the ability to do 5-layer printing inline, which is a 2-sided in and out print, push and pull, some people call them, or 3-layer prints with white or with just CMYK color.
Now, I know you've touched on this in a couple of your answers before about, how these printers have helped to change and impact your production capacity, your flexibility, and then increasing or reducing your turnaround time to your customers. Can you elaborate a little bit more on that?
So one of the things that's definitely enhanced our usage is that the cost of ink and the usage of the ink has gone down about 2.5 cents per square foot. We also know that the waste is much lower as compared to our previous machines. In our previous machines, we would have to do more maintenance, more purge cycles, more test prints on a daily basis. We obviously do not have to do that with the Durst as often. The droplet size is nearly half the size of before. So the ink coverage on the board is lower and the price per liter is lower. So we are seeing that return internally and allows us to give our customers a better product and be able to have a higher margin in some situations. Now, as far as our customers, what we're able to give them is faster turn time. We're able to do things overnight and in some cases unattended. If we have a large roll of vinyl, we can, with its media bar system and dancer bar system and its great feed and step accuracy, we're able to print at a lower pass, like 1 pass, in an entire roll of vinyl with minimum stopping or dropout issues or any of the issues that you might see in an aging piece of machinery. So those 2 areas are very important to us as a print service provider, as well as the ability to print in 2 different locations in the country and be able to print the same product with the same inks and the same color and the same speed and the same quality, so that we can provide either redundancy, if we have an issue with one location, or the ability to print twice as much in 2 different locations and support our teams in other states.
All right, that's fantastic. I'm really glad to hear of all that these printers are really able to offer to you, and then you in turn can offer to your customers. So again, the final question is, would you recommend this printer to others?
So the Durst P5 350 has been a great machine for us. It's relatively a small machine as far as its footprint. It has the tails that can be removed, and it has the LED lights, which allow you to print thinner materials. So all of those things combined have really helped us be more flexible, get our product to our customers faster, get product printed faster to our cutters and to our output and finishing and shipping departments. So those are all really important things to us as a company. And of course, I would recommend this printer to any other print service provider that's looking to do the same thing with their customer base.
All right, Bjorn, it was a pleasure talking to you today. So thank you again for all of your insight into what Olympus Group does and also onto your new Durst printers.
Thank you very much. Have a great day.